Hello, folks. Let's get started. What do we want to watch? Let's watch some Sabre. Haven't done any Sabre on this channel. And next week is the Sabre World Cup. So let's get started. Alright, nothing here recent, so it's probably all on Fencing Vision. I know a lot less about how Sabre works from a technical perspective. But the good news about that is that it doesn't really matter. It's Sabre. It's all about, it's so very heavily psychological. It's all about what you can trick your opponent into doing as opposed to like a long extended sequence. Where is the Sabre? That's not the search bar I want. Team Sabre. We've done no teams and no Sabre. And the good news is, we don't have the English commentators, which is even better. The Koreans, of course, are the classic powerhouses of Sabre. In the last 10 years, just completely dominating. There are only a couple of individuals from the rest of the world managing to consistently keep up with them. Eli Dershowitz for a bit, Zelagi, Shamai. German Sabre, from what I can remember, has always been very good, but never, shall we say, the most amazing. But they, as a team, they've always been very highly ranked. And we have a strip made of ice, apparently. It's frankly embarrassing for the tournament organizers that this is happening. They should absolutely be able to keep track of who is not to keep track. Should absolutely be able to keep the piece clean, especially the finals. O starting with a more forward and wider on guard than Kindler. Let's see a replay. Yeah, one additional search there from O is why they gave that one to Kindler, I think. And Kindler takes over, finishes. Nice touch. Pair to post. Kind of RPSing in the middle a little bit. Little bit, tiny bit more committed than O. After they got rid of the Russian box of death, they started calling things in the middle very tightly, to the point where now it's very rare to see a single simultaneous in the middle, where 10 years ago you'd see simultaneous 3-4 times in a row. Did he get that through? He did. Caught the parry. Well done. Still got a long bout to go. Don't need to watch them hooking up. Natesh Shabo on the left, Guban Gil on the right. Another two more titans of the sport. Excited to see what they can do. Gu a bit too stiff on defense there, trying for a primo post, and Zabo just goes around it. Good patience from Zabo on the left. Bit of a pause attack from Gu, too much of a pause from Shabo. Hello Bansai, thank you for joining. As far as I know, the random blackouts are the stream, not me. That's attack no from Gu. That's attack from Gu. I really thought he finished. He made two actions. But good for him then. Pair post from Zabo. Gu's getting a little too aggressive and Zabo punishes him for it. Trying to build the sequence while Zabo's trying to take over the attack aggression. But Gu was ready for it, catches the parry. That time he got it through. Well done. This is the Tbilisi 2022, I think that was a World Cup team match that we're watching here. What was that? Attack. I still don't see it. Maybe the first step must be too big and he calls it attack no. Tight call, but good for him. That sequence in the middle was high level fencing of constant adjustments, and it's that kind of thing that's so important across all three weapons, but if you fail to adjust in saber because it's so fast, you can lose 5 or 10 points in the whole bout in 30 seconds before you blink. It's hard. Hard to have the mental strength for that. I love Gu distance traps. I also love Gu distance traps and clean tribal fencing and all of it. Which is why I'm doing this, because fencing's so much fun. Bona on the left, who I think must be a younger fencer because I've frankly never heard of him before. Kim Jung-wan on the right, the third of many high level Korean sabers. Did he get it through? No, not quite. There's a little bit of a miss, but also slidey strip. Lovely camera work. I have no idea what Kim did. Looks like he went backwards and tried for a counterattack. And Bona started a long attack. Would be nice to get the view from the replay camera. Although I'm sure Bayer appreciates that close-up. I wonder if they know that when they put it on his mask, it went on the side you couldn't see half the time. Guess he gave it. Give that one to Kim, and I can't see the difference, honestly. It's so tight. Two actions, I think. So Kim goes back. Bona tries to get over, doesn't quite get it. Takes another swipe. But that's two actions. That's attack, no. Counterattack arrives from Kim. Kim hop. Kim finish. You love the camera work in the Olympics. I cannot remember it at all. What was so great about it? Oh! Bona had the right action. Kim sneaks through the parry anyway. I guess landed on the arm. But good thinking from Bona. I don't know. That looks like one of the calls Kim gets because he's the world famous fencer. That could have gone either way, I think. Well, I will have to take another look at it. I was part of the team that archived the Tokyo Olympics. Like NBA ball tracking level. That's phenomenal. Excellent closeout from Bona to finish the leg. Very easy in a time like that against Kim, just to get completely overwhelmed. But even if you're the third of the team, making the finals of a World Cup must give you some kind of something. I'm very eloquent. Alright, Kindler Gu. Same action as before. Kindler does the right thing, but a little bit too close on the first step. Straight through that time. That classic Korean deep lunge is getting him. Where he's going back far enough for somebody else and Gu just keeps going. Swipe counterattack. Gu tries for a closeout, which is where you pull your arm over and forward to block it out after the counterattack. Doesn't quite get it. Yeah, it did not involve a lot of watching, and most of what it did was coordination anyway. I just think that was a really cool thing we did, and I wanted to mention it. And also, in case anybody else would like to watch the Olympics, the Tokyo Olympics are available on torrent. Just mention that you want to see it, and I'll send you the link. Did he get the parry? Nope. Attack goes through. Good disengage from Goo. If you are new to Saber, and if you are new to Saber, the action is pretty simple. They're holding metal sticks, and they're wearing metal jackets, and if the stick hits the jacket, the light goes off. And if one light goes off, you get the point. If both lights go off, the fencer with the initiative gets the point. They get one chance to hit, and if they miss, their opponent gets the chance to hit. Missing is missing or getting parried, where you get blocked with the blade. 1, 2. Oh, what a clever little duck 5. I have a Patreon. It is patreon.com/fencing database. I would love it if you would subscribe. I have the website fencingdatabase.com and have no patrons that cover, don't have enough patrons to cover even my server costs yet. I have merch you can buy. That's also in the link at fencingdatabase.redbubble.com. And also all of the Tokyo touches are up on the database. So if you're looking for an individual fencer from Tokyo, you can check them out there. Let me add that link. What do we got? $18-20. Koreans take the lead, but it's close. Cleaning the shoes again because Saber is not for losers. Saber is very cool and very fun, both defense and to watch. I think it's honestly the best one to watch. Do I think Zalagi is going to snatch another gold in 2024? I mean, I don't think it was going to get it in 2020. As Bona gets a really good attack through. I really thought he was too old to get in 2020. Getting it in 2024 would be insane, but there's something about the Olympics that just Zalagi is good at. See, that's the threat of the long lunge. Is Bona goes back so far, completely breaks the distance, and gives just a ton of free space to O. And if you're not going to make him fight for every bit of distance, you're going to get hit. Early start from Bona, which is, I guess, the verbal warning part. I think that's O's. Yeah. Little bit commit, faster commit. O tries for another 5. Bona sees it coming. Slides over the foible, the top of the blade. Blows right through the parry. Good on Bona to avoid that first trap by O. Makes his own attack, doesn't quite get it. What do I think's been happening to O recently? I think it's a couple of things. I think people have figured him out a little bit. I think probably there's just a new generation of Saber that's coming up. It's just hard to be good forever. I think he's probably getting old and his body's breaking down a little bit. What I hear of the Korean system is it gets you in really really good shape, but you don't, it's just a really high intensity program. It's hard for the fencers to last long. The body will tend to break down. I don't know. That was sloppy from both of them. Oh, backwards replay. Mm. And we missed the next touch. Lovely. This is going to be a pretty strong touch. Our touch, crucial touch. That's O's. No, I'm really impressed with Bona. He is, yeah, Kim is crazy. Kim is insane. Bona is, you know, the sixth of the six fencers here by a fairly wide margin. You would think he would get blown apart by all of the Koreans, or probably all top 10 fencers. And he's holding his own. He's not overwhelming, but he's not getting whooped out either. Oh, that's Sabo. I think holds back just enough for Kim's kind of lazier opposed to miss, and he goes in himself, and Kim is completely stunned. Hell yeah, the PE teacher. We love us some fencing. Yeah. Not sure what exactly happened there, but Kim waited just long enough to see that Jabo was off balance and then blew him over. Just no time to react. Kim pulls back. Another one from Zabo. You can see the difference here. It's clear in my head. Maybe you don't remember. Kim feinted a lunge against Bona. Bona jumped, half the strip backwards. Zabo's going a lot less far backwards, and that gives him a lot more opportunity to mess with Kim's distance. Really, really good defense there. They say the importance of saber defense. The key concept for saber defense is defense in depth. You have to be defending while you're going backwards, feinting at your opponent, trying to catch them, forcing them to commit when you want them to. You can't just go backwards and give them space and wait for the perfect opportunity. As Zabo gets another good attack in. And so Zabo, that last touch there, his 25th, was illustrating that perfectly. Did he catch the parry? Yes, he did. Well done. That's such a hard touch. High level read to know Kim's going to try a straight attack. And then so fast he just goes in himself, doesn't even blink while he takes the parry. They both go, they both stop. Zabo's faster on the recovery. And he knows Kim's going to get that parry, and he knows how fast he is. So he feints high, draws Kim's parry, and then finishes in 4. Well done. I guess that's 3 for Sabre. Both stop, both go. Could go to Kim. 10 years ago, that would have been simultaneous. It took me so hard. It took me so long to figure out how to make modern calls. Oh, bear miss from him. Look how, see? Even though it didn't work, Zabo's inches, centimeters from getting it through. Don't set your feet when you're playing saber defense, or you're gonna get hit. I think that's Zabo's. Looked like him pulled his arm back. Unless he got the parry in, that was a bit low. Missed the parry the first time through. Good touch by Kim. And here we go. Leg 7. Yeah. Not sure what happened there. Gu got caught short and stopped. Oh, good by Bona. Just ran him down. Gu's fast. It's hard to catch him. This strip is scaring me, frankly. I don't like how much they're sliding around. Parry post. Almost makes you, a fencing guy like Gu, it's so hard. It makes you want to do a preemptive adjustment almost. Because you know you're not going to get more than 2 or 3 actions in a row. Gu goes straight, Bona's a little slow. Parry post by Bona, well done. Gu thinks he hit the top of the mask before the parry got through, which I don't know. I can never see the difference, but maybe. What do you guys think? Ref gives it to Bona. I don't know. That's so tight. Bona's relying on that 6 too much. Gu sees it coming, goes underneath, catches him on the hand, finishes the leg. Still, Bona finishes out -3, maybe, which is really good for the third guy going against the Koreans. All right, Kindler Kim. 8th leg, so important. Koreans jump to 5-touch lead. Fiedler brings it back to 4. There was a very long stretch of time, T-Powered Robot, where I would watch Sabre and I could tell who got the attack because they were the person I thought didn't get the attack. It was weird. It took me ages to see the difference. That looked like Kim made a disengage. I'm not sure why that went that way. Maybe Kindler held back too far. Kim building the attack, that classic bounce. Sneaks it through. So fast forward, even though Kindler catches the blade, he can't knock it far enough out of line. Maybe they're just tired. That was another one where Kim kind of got locked in place. Expect to see a lot more flowing by him, something like that. Kim goes forward. 6 touches now. Kindler's fighting, but it's still going ever so slightly more towards Kim. Simultaneous, first one of the bout. Both go low, both clash, both go. Attacked by Kim, sneaks through. Well done. Alright. 7 points. Machasebo. This is why you hold him out for last, for exactly the situation. Took you a long time to adjust from foil timing. I think it's better just to think of them as completely separate weapons. I've had not a lot of issues, but a few issues with foil refs going to saber and trying to ref it like foil. What's an attack is different. What ends an attack is different. What's a prep is different. Just the conventions of the convention are different. Zabo starting strong, getting his first one through. So they actually went at the same time, but Kim was trying for a closeout, and Zabo was going straight. So that goes to Zabo because he's more committed to the attack. Oh, gets one through. Building a long attack, gets through. This is why I think Sabre needs a clock. Let's be real here. Zabo's got like 15 touches to go through, and he's got 3 minutes. And he's doing a lot of long attacks. It could take 3 minutes, I don't know. That was like a 5 second touch. Oh no. I have no idea what happened there. Is Zabo hurt? This is a bad call for O. Well, if you're brand new to a roughing saber, then you're brand new to a roughing saber, and that's just you're brand new to a roughing saber, and it takes some time to learn. Whatever that was is very unfortunate for Zabo because that was totally going to be his touch. Tight, tight call. Did he get that tiny premium? There's a lot of messy blade contact there. Looks like he did. Well done by Zabo. Shabo, Zabo. Down to 5. Oh! Falls just short. Kim snipes out for the counterattack. This is so close, so crucial. Just pure will there from Zabo. Kim saw it coming, went for the parry, and Zabo somehow pulled around into a disengage. Insane. Oh! Zabo's trying to ride the nice edge of distance on how far to be from O and got a little bit too close there. That's why O is so dangerous. Oh, no. No. Yeah. Zabo was trying to be a little bit cheeky there, thinking O's going to go back far. So he's trying to take over the attack and get a remise in. But O's either too wily or just wasn't planning that. Zabo thinks he got it, but he did not. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. It's his, attack no from O, attack no from Zabo. There we go. Fun bout. Shall we watch the women? Try to balance it. Here we have France versus, again, Korea. Koreans just really good at saber and also generally. France, of course, a fencing powerhouse. top fencers and across all weapons and all both genders. Borel, Tibu, Balzer, Brunet, Pitti, I think is French. Who's a good French women's epéist? I know the top two are of course, Kandasamy, number 3 in the world. How could I forget about her? And then but it's just her. Next one is Long Rembi or Alexander Luis Marie at 21. So far down. If you're just tuning in, and you should, this is the Tbilisi 2022 Women's World Cup sabre team. Technical difficulties that we can just skip. Okay, here we go. Finally getting started. Wish they gave me the names. I don't know who's on these teams. But a much slower build up from the Korean on the left. That's right. Okay, I guess I call it a techno from Korea. I almost like women's saber more than men's saber because the box is so much more complex. You're getting there with men's saber now because of how tight the calling simultaneous is. But for a long time, your basic action in the box from a guy was advanced lunge, and then do that 4 times and then try something. And the women are always 2-step lunge, and then 2-step pause lunge, 2-step parry, 2-step another step, build an attack, start the march. Oh, well done. Misses her first, keeps her balance, barely dodges a Korean counterattack, and flesh in for her own. That's Manon Brunet Pitti on the right for France. Top fencer, been at the top for ages and ages, Meritable de Pitti, who is a top level saber in his own right, off in the men's side. And another one for Manon. Who's the second woman's saber? The third one is almost definitely Sarah Balzer. The second is... can't remember. I don't really prep for these streams, even though I should. I just kind of find some fun fencing and watch it. That was a name. What was that name? Kim Jung Hyun. This is the January 2022 event. Frankly, I have no idea. I just tuned it in. Looks like yes, January 2022. Honestly, I can look it up myself. I have 3 monitors set up. One of them is running OBS. One of them is showing the fencing, and one of them has got chat and the browser on it. It's this one that's. I'm now adjusting. So, you know.
ალბათ ცოტა ორივე საჯზე ზემოქმედებაც და ალბათ მაინც რაღაცა იმედი აქვს რომ მისი ჩხლეტა იყო.
Testing, testing. There we go. Okay. Okay, yes, this is the January 2022 event. I had lost audio for some reason, but I think I'm back now. So far, this is a very strong early lead for France. Awkward touch, but it worked out for her. Can't quite see the name. Good closeout from the Korean. Yes, I am back. I don't know what happened. My mic stopped working. Also, ugh, the FIE site. Tell me about it. Although that reminds me, I need to set up fantasy fencing for next week. Fencingdatabase.com/fantasy. Check it out. Sign up, pick fencers. Sarah Balzer, obviously the best of the bunch because she's left-handed. A little bit of a short lunge from Sarah, trying not to overcommit, and the Korean gets a good counterattack in. And we lost it, but just a straight attack from Seo probably. Well, I've also not heard of. So learning about new fencers here. Awful perspective, no idea what happened. Simultaneous, I think. I think it was still 6-7 before. See, that's the kind of thing you just don't see in the men's game. Two quick, tiny steps from France, going did and then goes. Just looking and waiting. Well, you see it nowadays, like this past couple of years from the men, but not previously. Let's watch that one more time. That didn't go back far enough. They're already mid lunge. So I gave that one to Seo, and then we completely missed the next touch, which also went to Seo. Now it's A10. Hello, Leonardo Marquez. Hello, just came by to say that I love your work. The videos of 5 hours of all touches of Manzaipa are really helping me out since I'm a very visual player. Continue with great work. Thank you so much. That's really nice to hear. I kind of just made these, started making those as a side note of pulling out the clips. And the responses over the years has been absolutely fantastic. I love getting messages like yours. So, build up from France. Card for turning the back. As she missed her attack, possibly got parried. But cards go away after every leg except for P card, so this is not going to matter. Parry post from Bowser. Fake step forward. Korea commits too early. Good pat. Good parry. Good action. France just faster off the line straight up. Korea kind of freezes, give France the opportunity to turn what was probably going to be a simple attack into March. Runs her down to the piece and gets the touch. Yeah, that's Korea's touch. France was waiting. Tried for a counterattack, possibly not ready to go. Korea gets another one. This has been mostly Korea's leg, honestly. I think it was 10-4 or something, like a big lead. Now it's only 3. That's a parry. But France can get one more, then that'll be all in the past. Yep. France on the march. Korea not really been able to deal with it. Now into the fourth leg. Yoon a little bit faster off the draw. Still don't know who that last French fencer is. Caroline Quaroli. It's gotta be who it is. She's blonde. She's number 2 on the list of French fencers. I know Sarah Nuccia's black, so it's gotta be who it is. Yeah, Nuccia would be the 4th. Sorry to steal your thunder. Actually, no, I'm not. It's my stream. I'm a little sorry. France has a Petit Brunet. That's Manon Petit Brunet, Sarah Balzer. Nuccia's first name is also Sarah. I was not sure. And then Caroline Coroli, who is up now. Trying to be a little bit lazy. Yes, and also, if I didn't say it before, thank you, T Powered Robot, for finding the names. That was a fun little action. Just sort of high speed chicken going down the strip. Korea has Choi, Kim, Seo, and Yoon. Yep. Sort of a delicate, honestly, a little flesh from Kuroli, but it worked out. Flunge, not flesh, flunge.
ათვილი არ იქნება ნამდვილად კორეელებისთვის გმირობა.
We got Sale versus Pete de Brunei. First attack from Korea falls short. France a little bit slow to get the next one started. Trying for a cheeky little remise from Korea, but France parries. Korea sneaks one in there to get their 12th. There's another short one from Korea. Doesn't really look like she was committed to that one. Excellent sense of distance from France to get exactly far enough to scrape along the mask and get the light on. Good parry from France. She's really just running over her at this point. Same thing as before, short from Korea. France tries for a quick takeover. Korea manages to get back far enough to dodge it and gets her own counter attack. But really, Manon Brunet is just absolutely all over this one. When you can't, Korea can't even build an attack, and you know that's never good. It's kind of a parry, then a slap, a little counterattack from Korea, but she's 10 down at this point. That was so close. It's all about if Korea stopped or just slowed down a lot. France clearly thought Korea slowed down. France clearly thought Korea stopped completely, and that would have given France the right to take over. But I am not 100% sure. Yep. Korea slowed, did not stop, finished the attack. Distance changes are so important, Sabre. It's fast, slow. You can see France doing it here as well. Just fast, fast, slow, fast, fast, slow, fast, fast, slow. And Korea finds the timing in it, but it's hard. France finally closes out. Good finish. I wonder who that sponsor is on the back. Wiping the shoes, wiping the shoes. Leg 6 here, going to 35, and we have a commanding lead by France. Leg 5 here, going to 30. That's obviously what I meant to say. Good counterattack by France. Korea's got to figure out as a team a better strategy here, because whatever they're trying is not working for them. That was a change, big, long committed lunge, but that's the counterattack from before. That's the counterattack from before again, which is 2 touches ago and not what we want to see. Yep, attack from Korea goes. See if they can get a few more and push, make Balzer respect her distance enough to get some to help her out on defense. If she can push Balzer back more on offense, then she has more space to do defense in. Another good one from Korea. Back to 9, which is still a lot. But it is saber. A step in the right direction, honestly. Korea is getting immediately counterattacked in this one. She got France far enough back that she had to build an attack. Good one from Korea. A bunch of attacks in a row. France is trying to overtake that. So Korea pulls her short and gets the counterattack. Well done. Good not to overcommit on that attempted counterattack. Good from France to disengage around that parry. Oh, that could have been really good. It's the kind of opportunity you don't want to give up as a fencer. Is that kind of if you can take over that strongly off the line, you really gotta push it for everything you got. Good defense to get the parry there, but would have been better to have it on the first. Falls off the piece, which is somehow still raised. Simultaneous, both try to parry, both miss, both hit. Kind of sloppy. And Korea's giving that up too easily, I think. And then trying for counterattacks. Thank you all for tuning in with me. We're coming into the last segment of this bout, and if you want to watch something else, put it in the chat. Happy to watch anything fencing related. Seo on the left, that's got to be Coroli on the right. I can't imagine anybody else is anchoring. Or I guess it's got to be Coroli on the right. I can't imagine anybody but Brunei is anchoring, and balls are just fenced. But two good ones in a row from Korea. That's another one from Korea. That's not another one from Korea. Interesting. Another poor bit of camera work just showing the hit. That's a good flunge from Coroli from France. That's Korea's. Just a little bit earlier commit. France was holding a little bit longer. It's hard to see unless you've got a lot of experience watching saber. That's got to be Francis. She's going forward with it. Yeah. Another enemy's attempt from Korea. They're getting close to having these work. But the problem is you need your opponent to go far back, and to do that you need a deep attack. To do a deep attack makes it harder to do a remise. That one went to France, I think. I think that one was as simple as advanced lunge versus advanced lunge. Hit on the offhand. Oof, that's rough. Going for an injury timeout. Yeah, 2 steps from the Korean. You have a game with Cone in the European Championships. You have never analyzed it properly. This is a past event. Yeah, absolutely. I'll do a lot. I'd love to do a critique. Post the link. I'll watch it after this. Attack from France, 27-35. Body cord issue. I don't think it actually matters if the white light goes on for saber or not. But that's just being careful. Now I switch it out. Or just fix it, which is weird. Normally they just switch it out, they don't let you fix it during the bout. Yeah, Korea holds, France starts, and at that point, France is on the attack and gets a lot of leeway to finish. And another good attack there from France. This is finishing strong, closing it out. Not a lot left for Korea to do. Oh, good sneak through the parry by Korea. Uh, Leonardo, your message didn't get through, I think. So if it's on YouTube, just post the code for it, not the whole link. Sorry, I'm a little bit distracted right now. Oh, that works too. Yeah, I can do that. Oh, I thought that was. She thought she had right to keep going. Just whiffed on the first one. A little bit overcommitted on that try to get it as a continuation. Peter Brunet versus probably Choi. A little bit surprised I didn't sub in Nucha for Balzer or Quiroli with this much time left. With this big a lead, I mean. We're from Korea, maybe a parry from France. Now it's 31-41. This is when you need one of those psychological breaks that we were talking about at the beginning. Otherwise, there's no chance. They're just gonna keep trading touches probably. Oh, it's Kim, not Choi. Choi's the better epist, maybe. Oh, good distance from France. Korea's barely a centimeter away from dodging that one. And everybody gets off and wastes their shoes because somehow this piece is covered in dust. Just a fast attack from Peter Brunet, holding our hand back, waiting for Korea to commit to parry and then finishing. That's Korea's, yep. 1, 2, 3 quick misses. Good hold from Korea. Way to work her all the way down to the end and then pin her on the back line finish. That's what you had to do earlier instead of giving it up all the time. Giving up right away all the time. In theory, they're supposed to start in the middle, but it's one of the more pointless rules, and I've never seen a ref really. And sometimes the refs care, and sometimes I don't, but I don't think it matters. You can see they're starting all the way on the left side. Oh, good parry from Korea. Way to keep fighting to the end. Good takeover. And congratulations to France on winning Sabre Gold, Team Gold. Congrats to Korea on winning Team Silver. Hard to go out on a 10-point loss, but silver medal is a good consolation prize. Alright, we have a viewer roast. Leonardo Marquez versus Jonathan Cohen of Israel. Alright. Leonardo, what can you tell me about this bout from your perspective? What do you remember of it? What were you thinking? There's one very tall, very fast left-hander on the right, and slightly shorter righty on the right. When you come in, you're bringing your every step forward. You're bringing your back leg all the way under your body. I don't. I don't like that. It's not grounded enough for you to get any good push off of it. You think you ran out of gas. T32 of European Junior Championships would be a good place to run out of gas. It's hard. These are long tournaments. I'm not really seeing any threats from you. You're there's one, but we're a minute in, really. You're kind of going into distance, waiting for him to do something, and then running away. And the running away part isn't bad, but if you're going to go into distance and as a bait for him, oh, good touch. Then you have to do exactly that and stay close. What happened there? Yeah. So now you're a lot better at staying in distance when you draw him in, and that's gotten you 2 touches so far. Yeah. Maybe it was just nerves at the beginning. Let's see what else we got. Your hand is ready, but it doesn't really look like your feet and your body is ready. You're very tense and jumpy, which can contribute to you being out of gas. But he's coming at you and you're flinching, and even if you catch the parry, frequently that leaves you out of position to make a riposte. So that would be the thing you might want to work on, is being relaxed as you go into distance and draw on your opponent. There are opportunities there that you're missing, like that one, where because you're not ready to attack, one step of his is like 2 of yours. Yeah, but that's good. Oh, that was a really nice attack. That was a really good flush. Because every step you take, you have the opportunity to change and control it. And if he's only going 1 step, he can't do that while he's stepping. So you have more control if you're doing 2 steps to 1. You want smaller steps in fencing, it's better. Yeah, you just look tense, and it's throwing off your blade work and your footwork. Like that could have been a deeper lunge. That was really nice though. Let's watch that one more time. Push, pull, push, pull, push. And then you see him not really going back anymore, and you drop low and catch him on the leg. That was a really well done touch. Yeah. Try the same thing again, he just flushed you. Yeah, he's figured out that you're not much. You haven't been threatening him coming in. You're waiting for him to go back, and so he's coming in and then hitting you. So your next adjustment here should be threatening. He eats a lot of distance with 1 step. Let's see. I don't think so. I think, and I'll look again in the second period. I think what you're seeing with that distance is he takes a step and then also sticks his hand out. So you think he's going very far forward because suddenly his tip's a lot closer, but he's not a lot closer, just his arm is. Let's see though. He eats a lot of distance with a lunge, that's for sure. Yeah, his arm's coming forward and it's throwing your distance off. And your arm's a lot more static. Did you have a game plan going into this bout, or by this point? Or were you just trying to do things as they come? That was almost good. That's a good sense of, that was a good place to be for distance-wise. That was really good. I think I'm missing something about your fencing um, that I'm just not quite understanding. But because you're getting your touches and it seems repeatable, but I'm not quite understanding how. One more time. Just get closer. Well, he hits you a lot when you get closer. So that was really good. You caught a step forward and snuck around his parry to go low. That was really nice. You can't just get closer. You got to get closer with a plan. So here's the ref moving them to the center. I spaced. I was looking at chat. Yep. That was him thinking you were going to go backwards, and you held your ground and hit him. That was really good. I don't know about that one. I think that was the second action. But either way, don't look at the box. Again with the low shot. Very well done. Had to be a little bit more distance aware there. A lot of this is coming down to what you do on his step forward. And how that relates to what he thinks you're going to do on his step forward. And that's a fine way to fence. That's a good fencing. But it doesn't look like you're fully aware of that. So that's something to think about is what's the distance and how is it changing and how does he think it's going to change? Yeah, it happened sometime, honestly. I hit you in the mask and you thought he touched. And, yeah, you're not moving as much as you were before. And you missed again. This is when being a little bit more relaxed would be useful. Because when you find your opening, you're falling short a lot. Like that one. There you just got caught not moving. You've given up. I can see because your arm is so tense and stiff and static. You're just trying not to get hit instead of trying to hit him. But that's not how you fence. You gotta fence to win, not to not lose. Well, it's not that lunges didn't work. Your lunges were short. You shorted your lunges. So, you can lunge this far, or I guess from your perspective, it's this far, and great. But if you lunge this far with your more relaxed body, a more explosive lunge, then the same touches you thought you were doing before that you were failing at will start working. And that's the key there is relax, be a little bit more I'm thinking my way through this. So the keys for you there are be a little bit more aware of the distance, and then work on relaxed, deeper lunges. Because your attacks were at the right time, you just didn't always manage to finish them because you were tense and like jumping forward instead of flowing your way through it. If that makes sense. All right, good fencing though, really was. Your timing was great. Your sense of distance was good. Those toe touches were great. The leg touches. I wanted, let's see, 7:20. All right, so I'm gonna stop in about 40 minutes. If somebody else has something they want to watch or a video of theirs they want to critique. Otherwise, we're going to go look at the card lessons. So an induced attack here would be where, yeah, no problem. Happy to do more next week. I'll probably be streaming or in 2 weeks. An induced attack here is one where you induce your opponent into attacking. So there, that's Mohlhausen steps in. Shutova sees that as an opportunity, attacks. Mohlhausen takes 8 because she knows it's coming and gets the counterattack. Simple attack to start. So if you're going to induce a counterattack, first you have to establish the threat of your own attack. So they do something when you attack them, or you feint an attack. I think that's what's going on there. Now we've got the attack coming from the coach that the fencer has to deal with. Do you see it's the same beat attack action that was in the first one? Now we just added a step before it. Where the first segment was beat, lunge. This is now coach comes in and you respond to that with a beat lunge. And now we get the feint to draw out the attack, take 8, go, or beat or whatever it is, it doesn't matter. A little bit of a technical drill. Flick to wrist, finish deep with a beat in the middle. And then some other random crap your coach throws in. The point of lessons like this isn't that these are realistic bout situations. The point of lessons like this, or segments of lessons like this, is that you keep a relaxed hand. So you go 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. And being able to keep this flexibility in your hand is how you do good hits in epee. See, there's nothing here that's remotely resembling a bout situation. You're never going to go beat hand, beat thigh, beat foot. But being able to do that will be vitally important when you want to threaten the hand. You know, a segment you can do in a fencing bout is hand to draw a reaction, disengage, body. But if you're too jerky, you go hand and then either get stuck on the hand or with the hand and end up like too far forward and with your tip down and then try to disengage. But you can't disengage from here. You got to use your whole arm to go around and then you're totally screwed. All right, number 2. Attack on prep. Searching. Grumier goes around. The key here to look for is that he's going the instant the coach takes a step forward. That's when the coach is going to be committed for the maximum time, or the opponent is going to be committed for the maximum amount of time to the action. Too early there, so he missed. Good there. And if you're not confident about it, wait, find another opportunity. If you're going to commit, full commit. I can't tell if he hit the first one or not. It's just not high quality. Same here from closer distance. Instead of a deep lunge, it's a like you pressure, and then when your opponent gives into the pressure and tries to do something in response, that's when you hit them. And it doesn't really matter what the pressure is as long as you're, pressuring them. Like here, it's just a simple advance from Grumier. Seven? I think that was intentional. Marie Florence Kandasamy in the back. Casual best friends in the world. Hanging out. No, that's not Marie Florence. That's Louis Marie. I forget what her first name is. Also, one of the best fences in the world. No, that is. This is Louis Marie. This is Kandasamy, I think. That's so cool. Finding the leverage like that at that distance, just enough to get through your opponent, that's so high level. He's taking a lesson in a coaching mask and a t-shirt. I don't know. Coach does weird things just to get you used to dealing with weird things. Attack and prep. And here's they're using it at 14-14 in the semis. That's a cool way to finish. You're new to fencing and still learning the English terminology. What do people mean when they talk about preparation? Is it the movement to get to a correct distance for an action? Excellent question. And I'm really glad you asked. It's close. It's part of it is the getting to the correct distance. And then part of it is also drawing a reaction from your opponent that you can then exploit to hit them. So basically, a prep is the thing you do to get yourself in position to hit your opponent. And it's very high level, very abstract, because there's a million different ways to do that because it's such a psychological game. So in this case, attack in preparation is your opponent is doing something to try to get you in a position where they can hit you. And instead, you're prepared enough that you hit them. That's what a preparation is, and that's what attack in preparation means. You're less bothered by the coaching mask and the t-shirt than I am by the shorts. In a lesson, I don't really mind shorts. I just think that if you're in uniform and you do something wrong, your coach can hit you. And then that's a really great lesson in doing it right. Which you don't get in most other sports, because in like boxing, if you get hit, it hurts. Pokey, if that didn't make sense, then I apologize. Please let me know and I will try again. Attack. I never attack. So this is Malay Friends Kandasamy. We mentioned before is that incept, pushing and attacking. So look, it's beat attack. The beat is a preparation to shock the arm and freeze it for a moment. And then maybe and then the coach tries for a, okay, so it's yeah. So this is like the canonical, simplest preparation there is. It's a straight feint to draw the parry from the coach. So feint from the student, coach parries, student disengages, and now the student is in position to hit the coach because the coach's blade is still over here finishing the parry, and they're coming forward in their distance, and the student can finish to the lunge, can finish to the body and get the touch. This is like the canonical, simplest possible preparation. It's feint, disengage, lunge. Another feint, disengage, lunge, this time with the speed change. So you get your opponent going back slowly, and then you speed up forward so that you have time so that they can't adjust in time. This is where your coach is ducking. I don't know why. Just to be weird, maybe. Disengage high, disengage high. One to the hand, two to the body. Same kind of thing we talked about from the first lesson, but this one's a little bit more realistic. Two to the hand, insanely, somehow, and then finish deep. And really, if you can get your opponent spinning their hand like this, trying to catch your blade, you just wait for them to like overcommit to something and hit them. What you don't want to do is get into like a disengage battle, because then it just gets weird and your arm gets, my arm, I do this too much. It like ends up flying like this, trying to disengage around, and it's bad. So it's attack. Attack with beat, attack with disengage. And using it, I think that's Kolobkov, which is insane. Feint low, get him, try to parry, go high. Maria Tiezo on the French team, and Nathalie Molhausen on the British team, on the Brazilian team. Michel Sicard. Defense. So Park Kyung-do against Bogdan Nikishin, who is top in the world at just being really, really good at everything, just clean. Start with an attack. Maybe this segment is a coach demonstrating the drill. Student attacks, coach taking the parries, and then he gets, sloppy or whatever. Good remise, but you don't want to get parried. Trying to figure out when we're going to get to the defense part. Ronan Justin, I don't think he fences anymore, but he was really good in his time. That's that again? I don't know. Maybe this will be it. Oh, still attacking. I'm not sure what's going on here. I don't know why they titled this defense. It seems like a lot of attack and prep kind of a thing. Maybe it's just starting it with an attack. Maybe that's what it is. It's your attack fails, then what do you do? A little bit harder and trickier than what do you do if your opponent's attacking you and you're ready. It's what do you do if your opponent's attacking you and you're finishing up your own attack. And then it's, go backwards, catch their blade. Find your opportunity. Don't crack your knuckles into the mic. People hate that, I hear. Disengage. Find the time when you can hit your opponent, and just as soon as you do, stop and try to hit them. My coach is big on that. Yeah, I think that must be what it is. It's defense, but it's defense from a disadvantaged position where you've already missed. Start with a successful attack and then deal with it like it failed. When you're a coach, you'll have to go off the strip. That's the big disengage I was talking about, where he just does nothing but to go in a deep sideways four and just disengages and hits him. hand body, disengage, hand, disengage. Decision touch is, decision is you go hand, your coach parries, you disengage. Your coach comes at you, you parry yourself. Or you disengage into 3. 1. Straight disengage to body. Or it's 1. That's the body again. Your coach shakes this big 2. You finish the cycle. I guess that's a 6. Opposition 6. Opposition is where instead of doing like a parry or post action, you do it in one smooth thing to block out and hit at the same time. This is parry 4. That's it. Opposition 4. Double hit to the arm, hand arm. Hand arm, and then optionally come into 4 and hit. If anybody ever tells you French grips don't have to parry, they're lying. One of the measures of a really good coach is how well they can simulate bout realistic but tricky situations. So there it's blade contact, and trying to get sentiment du fer, which is big in France I hear, which is just you feel when you need to parry, you don't see it. You feel when your opponent is suddenly, the coach is spinning and spinning and spinning, and you know, now he's faster and he's got a different angle on it and you can feel it. That's a really high level action, is that sort of a coupe kind of a thing. Coupe into prime to back. Honestly, this is a pretty good drill to do even if you're not an expert coach and you're just trying to coach yourself. This spin, 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 do something. I'll try to do it just from feel. It's a pretty good thing to work on. Because it stops you from doing like a 5 sequence action that just never gonna work. And here's Ronan Justin doing it in a real bout against Bogdan Nikishin. Alright, number 5, and we'll stop for today. Do these 5 at a time, I think. One on attack and one in defense. What else do you need in Epee? High-low here. Yeah. You can hear it hitting the belly if you can't see it. Things to remember about foot touches that are not obvious if you haven't really been trained in them. Go forward and keep your back up. Keep your back straight. You don't try to hit down for a foot touch. You go forward, drop your tip just like you're going for a normal touch, and just bend your knees more to get your body down. You don't go down with your torso. And you don't aim down to get it. It's not like 1-2. It's 1 to the hand, forward again to the foot. Same thing as before. He's going on Sicard's step in. There he missed. Sicard is flushing and he comes back in 6. But it's a failed touch still. He's going for the foot. The ultimate in fencing is if you can fence without a blade. See? Don't look at the foot. He's going up. Going forward with it still. It's a... Now we got short blade. Nope, full blade. You don't look at the foot. You just assume that the foot is directly below the hand. It's one to the hand and drop straight to the foot. It's because if anybody has their hand far out of alignment, then either it's here and then all of this is open, or it's here and then they're so far out that they're coming around like this and it's easy to deal with, or they're coming like this, or everything they do is going to be a 4 and you just go around. So you have to basically have your hand down and in line with your foot anyway. So it's easy, everybody does it, and that's how you know where the foot is. Okay, thank you guys for watching the stream. I had a lot of fun. I hope you did too. Possible stream next week if I don't have other plans, and we're watching the Seoul Grand Prix. Have a good day.